Hi guys, in this video we will be learning about strategies to ensure food security, followed by an exam style question.
Food security is essentially in relation to the security of food on the planet and whether we have enough food to feed everyone the right amount of food on a daily basis and to provide for the populations of the world. And food security depends upon four different factors, which are availability, which relates to the sufficient quantities of food available on a consistent basis, food access, which relates to having sufficient resources to then be able to obtain appropriate foods for a nutritious diet. Nutrition is something that's really important in relation to food security as well. Then we have food use, which is the appropriate use based on knowledge and based on basic nutrition knowledge as well as adequate water and sanitation. And then finally, the fourth thing that food security depends on is food stability, which is that the availability, access and the utilization components remain sustainable for future generations and to enable them to be secure in the amounts of food that they have in the future. But the opinions on food security vary very broadly, and there are a number of discussion points which have been talked about in policy and politics a lot in recent years. The first is a controversy about whether there is enough food in the world to feed everyone adequately. However, some people argue that there is definitely enough food in the world, but it's not necessarily in the places where it's needed, such that in developed countries we have a lot of obesity, people eating more than they need to eat, whilst in other countries some people go starving and the rates of starvation are still very high. The second point of discussion is that future needs can or can't be met by current levels of production. Thirdly, relates to national food security and its importance, or people argue that national food security is no longer important because of global trade and being able to trade with other countries for food items that some countries can't grow themselves. Then we have the question of whether globalization may or may not lead to the persistence of food insecurity and poverty in rural communities in the future.
Hi guys, to continue watching this video and unlock hundreds of other super concise and exam board specific A-level geography videos, just click the button. Join me today and together let's make A-level geography a walk in the park.